And here we are looking to find sides of right triangles using the trig ratios. Again, we have a regular setup as with finding angles. The opposite side does not touch the angle we're working with. The hypotenuse is across from the right angle, and that remaining side which is touching the angle is the adjacent side. The formula is sine is opposite over adjacent, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. Still work with this. And again, we're just going to find the missing value here. So looking at the example, I have an angle of 30 and a side of 19 and then a side of x. The side of x would be the hypotenuse because it's across from the right angle, and this is touching the angle, so it's the adjacent side. Adjacent and hypotenuse is going to require use of the cosine formula. So cosine theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. Fill in my known values. Cos 30 degrees equals the adjacent side 19 over the hypotenuse x. Now in this case, we need to find the cos of 30 using our table. So we'll go through that table under the angles and find 30, and then slide over to the cosine column, which is the second column over, and you'll find that the cosine is 0.8660. Now when the x is on the bottom of the equation, what we do is just swap the x and the decimal with each other, so that we have x equals 19 over 0.8660. And then I divide that out. 19 divided by 0.8660 is about 21.9. In the second case here, I have a triangle with an angle of 72 down here. I have a side of 17 and a side of x. So the side of 17, that would be my hypotenuse, because it's across from the right angle. This x is across from the angle, and so it's the opposite. And opposite and hypotenuse is going to require a sine formula. Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Filling in what I know, sine 72 equals x over 17. I look up sine 72 in my table, and it comes out to about 0.9511, and that's equal to x over 17. From here, because the numbers on the bottom, it's just like solving a one-step equation, and I just multiply 0.9511 by 17 to get my result. And in this case, the result would be x equal to 16.2. So notice the difference. When x is on the bottom, we switch the two positions. When x is on the top, we bring it over and multiply.